So one decision that brewers have to make is how they're going to package their beer. Now, the best and the freshest way to drink beer in any brewery is right off of the taps in the brewery. Some breweries will have installed serving tanks that allow just that experience. But most find that getting beer into a package so that it can be taken away from the brewery is the end goal for increasing volume and helping more people experience the beer. The trick then comes in providing an experience that is going to maintain the quality of beer that is available if you come to the brewery and get it fresh. It's been the age-old dilemma of brewers since the beginning of commercial brewing, how to maintain the shelf life and the quality of the drinking experience from a beer package. Over the years, glass has been the main vector for transporting beer out of the brewery and distribution. Glass bottles were filled at the brewery and then returned, bought by the customers and then returned to the brewery for filling again. A long and cumbersome process that involved transport in both directions. The glass was thick and heavy. The glassware had to be washed and cleaned properly and thoroughly, which was an incredibly energy and chemical intensive process. And fell by the wayside as brewers then started to look at one-trip bottles, thin glass that was designed to be used once and then recycled, crushed up and melted down and made into new bottles as part of the environmental loop there. Canned beer was, or beer put into aluminium cans, was reserved for cheaper, inferior brands for such a long part of the history of American craft beer. Brewers who innovated with cans and started to look at the package from a new marketing perspective with a new set of eyes realized that cans offered sometimes better protection of the product from the environment. You could, in theory, reduce the amount of air that was in the package with proper equipment. You could create a seal that was better and lasted longer and was more impermeable to bad things creeping in and good things creeping out of the beer. And you could protect it from light, which is one of the biggest issues that brewers who put beer into glass bottles have to consider. The aluminium can is lighter and you can get more on a truck. You can ship the beer more cheaply and further away because of that. And the advantages for the customer are that they're far more portable, they cool down more quickly, and they're more easily recyclable. And aluminium, the majority of it can be turned into new cans. So we began with selling beer just in growlers, where the customer would come to us. We'd fill a glass container across the counter from our beer taps, and the customer would take it away and enjoy it at their leisure. We did instruct customers that it had a finite shelf life. We did testing to find out what that was, and we're fairly confident that we could create a reasonable drinking experience a couple of weeks out from packaging. But the can gives us far more flexibility. So we installed our own canning line. We didn't want to leave it to chance. We didn't want to leave it to another third-party company to actually touch our product where we had no control over it. So we bought our own canning machinery, and we've been canning our beers for the last 2 years, and have been doing it reasonably successfully, we feel. The product is bright and lively in the can. It lasts a lot longer than the growler does, and it has all the advantage of portability that commercially produced beers in cans do. So we're very happy with canning versus glass bottling and growler filling. But we feel still that growlers have a place when you want to come to a brewery and grab something fresh off the taps and take it home and drink it very quickly.